You should know in Pali or in English the term used. The past Bhuanga, vibrating Bhuanga, rest Bhuanga, and apprehending consciousness, and Jaku Vijnana, eye consciousness, and receiving consciousness, investigating consciousness, Vodhabana, and Javana. 17. Out of Javana, this the seventh Javana is 17 already, right? 17. So this the Mahanda thought process also 17. Out of 17, this thought process subside to the Bhavanga. And then maybe will occur another process, maybe thought process, maybe 5 stand of, what kind of 5 stand of thought process, maybe mind thought process, arise, depend. So we have great, very great, one kind of thought process. And for the great, we have 2 kind of thought processes. Right? This for depend on the object. So the bottom here, you know that, right? What's the means the just the BH, the Bhavanga, C means Jarana Bhavanga, something like that you study by yourself. You know, this, the term we used. And turn to page 3. Now very easy, right? Here, Paritta. Paritta is means slight. Slight. So, this visible object, now having passed, is not able to survive until arising of Javana. That's why we call here slight. Here no Javana here. Why is no Javana here? Here, how many past Bhuanga pass here? 4, right? 4 times, and then vibrating Bhuanga, rest Bhuanga, Panchadara Vijnana, eye consciousness, receiving consciousness, investigating consciousness, and Vodhabana, 3 times. Because Javana do not arise here, right? That's why determining consciousness here arises that 2 times or 3 times. Maybe 2 or maybe 3. It's possible, both 2 times, 3 times. And then this thought process subsides into the Bhavanga. So here from Atita Bhavanga, past Bhavanga 1 until how many Bhavanga after Vodhabana? 4, right? 4 times, right? After Vodhabana, determining consciousness, Bhavanga, 4 times. And then complete 17 thought moments. And then subside to Bhavanga. This kind of thought process we call slide. Right, slide. So for a very great, we already know that. For the cost of ending with the Dharamana, that's very great. Right? For the great, this thought process ending with Javana, right? For the slide, this thought process ending with Vodhabana. Remember that, Vodhabana. So this slide also, they have 6 kind of thought process can arise. Then see number 2, Paritta 2, right? Paritta 2, how many past Bhuanga arise here? 5, right? 5 times. After 5 past Bhuanga, and then the vibrating Bhuanga, resting Bhuanga, and so on. Go until how many Bhavanga? 3 Bhavanga, right? 3 Bhavanga. The first one is the 4 Bhavanga because Atita Bhavanga, past Bhavanga, 4 times. For the Paritta 2, Atita Bhavanga, past Bhavanga, past 5 times. As increased past Bhavanga, we'll use the bhavanga, bhavanga, 3 times, disposable, and Brita 3, do I say? Yeah, Adida bhavanga, past bhavanga, 6 times, right? 6 times increase under 6 times, and then how many bhavanga after Vattabana? Only 2. See that, right? The chart is very easy. Bhavanga is just 2 times, and then, and as the into your idol, your eye is not good. You think something else, maybe you fall asleep. The object is not clear. You something like this. Like Abhidhamma, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. This because it's not clear, we will slide. Past Tita Bhavanga. Bhavanga is not, doesn't know anything, just a Bhavanga. The Bhavanga, what's the object Bhavanga? Kama nimitta, kati nimitta is their object. Karma action, this is the previous life action. Right? Karma nimitta is the sign of karma. Kati nimitta is a destiny sign, symbol of place, the object. So when the new object, fresh object, enter in your sense door, and then this bhavanga will pass and vibrate, rest. That's the meaning. So we have 7 past bhavanga. After 7 past bhavanga, vibrating bhavanga charana. Charana bhavanga is the vibrating bhavanga arise and ceases, and bhavangupacheda, resting bhavanga, and then apprehending, and chakuvinyana, and then sambrichana, sandirana, Vattabana 3. After determining Vattabana 3, 1 bhavanga rises. 19 thought moments is complete. For Parita 5, here, past bhavanga, how many times? 8 times. Yeah, 8 times. Increase under 8 times. Is the object is not clear. Not clear. And then vibrating, resting, apprehending, jaku vinyana, sambrichana, sandirana, Vattabana 3 times. The third Vattabana is complete, 17. This thought process is finished, 17. And then subside into bhavanga again. For the 6th, Prita 6, here, Adida bhavanga 9 times. So Adida bhavanga, past bhavanga, just for 9 times. After that, bhavanga charana, bhavangu bicheda in Pali, Panjadara vajana, jaku vinyana, sambrichana, sandirana, Vattabana only 2 times. Right? Only 2 times. And then in the second Vattabana is 17 thought moments. It's complete. And then finish this thought process and subside into bhavanga. So for a slide, the Prita here can be 6 kind of this slide thought process arise. And then go to page 4. Page 4 is the very slide. Very slide. A very slide means that object is about to cease and is not able to survive until the arising of determining consciousness. It's the very slide. So very slide. Here, very slide. How many Adida bhavanga? Past bhavanga? 10, right? 10. And then vibrating bhavanga 2 times. Vibrating. Right? And then bhavanga 5 times. Why? It's very slight. Your eye is not clear. This object is it's not vivid. and then you just and then go to sleep again. As someone you fall asleep, someone wake you up. When they wake you up, maybe someone comes to touch you. What is it? And you don't know what is it, and you fall asleep again. Just past bhavanga arise and then subside to bhavanga again. You just vibrate here 2 times, right? What is it? But you don't know who comes to touch you, who call you, who comes to close to you. You don't know that, and you fall asleep again because it's very slight. This very slight have 6 kind of thought process too. For number 2, 11 past bhavanga arise, right? Or for the second bhavanga, for the 4th bhavanga is the 17th thought process finished. And for the ati parita 3, here 12 past bhavanga, right? For the 3rd bhavanga, 17th thought process finished. For ati parita 4, yes, past bhavanga 14, just the 2 bhavanga, right? For the ati parita 5, the past bhavanga 14, and just 1 bhavanga. For the ati parita 6, very slight, it's the how many dida bhavanga? 15, and vibrating bhavanga 2, and then fall asleep again. This talk about where is the how thought process arise. Depend on the object. Very great, slight, very slight. This for the 5 center thought process. For the 5 center process. Here we're talking about for the I. Right? For the I thought process, how many one we have? Very great, 1, great, 2, 3, right? 3, slight, have 6 kind of thought process. Very slight, 6. Altogether, 15. So for the idol, we have 15 thought processes, and for the 5 sense, center, 15 multiply 5, 75. So 75 type of thought processes. This for the 5 center thought process. So we go to mind or thought process. Mind or thought process. This mind or thought process have 2, right? Have 2. It's the presentation of the object is very clear because clear object. A clear object and obscure object. You see that, right? Here, clear object. This very clear object is enter into our mind door. The thought process run. The bhavanga is mean the stream of bhavanga, Before this, we teach it that this thought process arises in front. We still have bhavanga, right? A stream bhavanga too, right? Stream not only mean 2, many times bhavanga, no? Many is the bhavanga. So A is mean atida bhavanga, past bhavanga. After A, C is what means C. Vibrate U. Rest bhavanga, and then M, mind or adverting consciousness, mano dwara vijana. ends in mano, right? Mano dwara vijana. So mano dwara vijana. Here, mano dwara vijana, what is its function? For the five sense what this mano dwara vijana, mind or evident consciousness, perform its function as apprehending. So, yes, right, yeah, Uttamana, right, Uttamana, determining. So, here, Manodara Vijana, here, because Manodara Vijana and Uttamana the same. For the five sense thought process, we use this term as the Uttamana. For the mind or thought process, we call Manodara Vijana. Yeah. So, yeah, for the five sense its function is Votapana function. Right? Votapana is good, it's not good, make a decision, right? For the mind thought process, the Manodwara Vijana is the apprehending, to observe just on the object. It's the Manodwara Vijana. After mind or apprehending, this Manodara Vijana arises. And then Javana, how many Javana? 7 Javana, right? Thought moment arises. After Javana arises, T is the Dharamana. Dharamana, 2, right? 2. After the Dharamana 2, how many Bhavanga still have times to arise until 17? No, 4. Bhavanga 4, right? 14, 15, 16, 17. And then we finish this mind or thought process. It's a mind or here, it means you don't hear, you don't see anything, you don't hear anything, you don't smell anything, you don't taste anything, you don't touch anything. Just close your eye and then you think, your mind is thinking. When you think something here, from one thing to another thing, very change here. Adida past Bhavanga, we change the object, right? Adida Bhavanga Jarana, vibrate. Yeah, vibrate, arrest the Munga. Your past, that's the object, take new object, Manodara Vijana, and think about the object and Javana. This Javana, what kind of Javana? If you think about the sensual object, you feel happy about that, Lobha, Mula, Chitta, Lobha will arise. Right? You or the way you think, just you think about the person or anyone, anything, is that if undesirable object, don't like, get angry with that, you're not satisfied with that, dosa mula chitta arise. See, this javana, dosa arise. You think down about that, about the karma, about the action, about your morality, about your practicing the technique of meditation, something doubt about that. At that moment, the vichikiccha, moha arise. You just close your eyes, sit meditation, your mind just wander all the time, not distract, restlessness, uddhacca. Just the moha arise. See? And you think about your metta, loving kindness. Think about your generosity, think about your good conduct, morality, think about your meditation, think about your meritorious meditation, something like that. Things that's good thing. Or to help the people, to do something good, to say something good. And your jhana, beautiful, wholesome consciousness will arise. See that, right? Every day, every day. Tiba Manodara Vijana here. Someone is that. Now, mostly, some Buddhist people, or some when you come to America, we don't need to go to the temple. They say We don't do anything bad. We stay at home. That's fine for us. Don't need to go to the temple. Something like that. They think when they stay at their house, they didn't do anything. They say that they didn't do anything. They don't know about study stuff. Mind or process. The mind. What do you think? Every moment, what do you think? They don't understand just the teaching of the Buddha. They don't know how to control their mind. Mostly, their minds, unwholesome consciousness, lobha, dosa, moha, 99% unwholesome consciousness.
Is that thoughts only as the object, or can you have matter as an object, like physical things?
Honestly, this physical thing is called Dhamma, Dhamma object. In Dhamma objects, they have, fast sensitivity, subtle material property, and our mind, the consciousness, and mental factors, and Nibbana, or Panyat concept. We have 6 kinds of, we already studied about it. We have mind object, right? So, this thing about, today, you go to show, you come back home, you think about the one you see, this visible object, by mind or not idol, right? So, yeah, just because that's my object, yeah.
But if you're actually experiencing the physical,
that's our mind or. So when you think about, or someone, or talk bad to you, when you get home, you think about, that guy say to me like this, like that, you get angry with it. You think about sound, right? But by mind or, this is the dosa, version, arise. You see something you like, you think about this, maybe attachment, lobha, arise. See? And you think about, maybe depend on, we discussed right now, depend on wise attention and unwise attention. You think, ignore it, because they don't know. Because they don't know, and then she talk bad with me, so I forgive him. Something like that. Think about it. If you think about it at that moment, beautiful, wholesome consciousness arises. And also, you think, in those days, formerly I'm not like this. I will get angry so many days. Now I'm not angry with him because I practice meditation. I study the Dhamma. Now I know I should keep with my mind. I should ignore it, forget it, forgive it, be patient it, and you feel happy by yourself because you conquer your mind. And so you're happy, somanasa, with knowledge.
You stay in bad situations, so you can think good thoughts about your coworkers. If they're always doing something, and then is it good to stay there if you try to deal with it by thinking beautiful thoughts and understanding it?
Yes, the beautiful there.
An opportunity. You should stay in that bad.
Yeah. You should think like that. Yes. That's why meditation is to observe our mind on present moment. You see that? You should think the past, because you think about the past and then you feel, Sometimes you can think about it's a beautiful thought, it will be okay. But for meditator, should not just think later that will be okay. It's fine. And then try to observe on your primary object, and then you forget everything. You forgive that. To finish the past, to have to think about it. Already passed. Maybe just take as the lesson. I should not do it. I should do that. I should say that. It's good. It's not good. As the lesson, just take for you. Don't think. You think. Keep going. Thinking about it. If undesirable object, it's just a dosa here. Dosa, javana arises many times. See, it's not allows our minds to think about that. So, wise attention, just, this guy, say like this to me, think about it, I'm not to respond. I have to forgive it. Forget it, something like that. Think about that. And then try to observe your mind, concentrate your mind on your primary object. Everything will be fine. So every moment should be beautiful consciousness that arise. You ignore it, ubekha. Right? You are happy about yourself because you can conquer your mental defilement. Or normally you get angry. Now I'm not get angry. This means you conquer your mind. You feel, oh, I'm happy by myself. This somanasa, just with knowledge, maybe prompted, unprompted, depend. Just one kind of aid. So we need to train our mind, tame our mind. That we need the, to know about it. Otherwise, just thinking, you get angry with someone, not only one day, many days, many weeks, just get angry. Whenever you think about that, you feel unhappy. You talk with someone, you get angry. It's not good, not supposed to do that. Just the minor thought processes. We have how many kind of minor thought processes here? 5, right? For the clear object, 5. Here for the first one, how many vichijita thought process here? Indifferent. From Manodaravijana 1, Javana 7, Tadaramana 2, how many one? 8. 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Right? Indifferently, only 10 thought process. From Manodaravijana 1, Javana 7, Tadaramana 2, 10. For the kind, how many kind of? No, 6. No.
Where are we starting?
Start from Manodaravijana 1, Javana 1, right? Tadaramana 1, 3. 3 kind of the thought process. Individually, 10. So, for the Javana here, how many Javana? Sense sphere, this means Javana, sense sphere Javana, right? 29. One kind of 29. For ordinary person, unwholesome consciousness 12, and beautiful wholesome consciousness 8, 20, right? For Arhat and Buddha, this my producing consciousness 1 and functional consciousness 8. Yeah, for the Arhat, right? For Arhat, no unwholesome consciousness, no wholesome consciousness, just functional consciousness. For the Buddha and just functional consciousness. This for the sense sphere object, or for sense sphere being, right? For sense sphere being. So this is Javana 29 type of Javana, maybe either one, right? Maybe Lobha, maybe Dosa, Moha. Okay, go to Vattabana, or Vibhuta 2. Vibhuta 2. This clear object 2, right? This is the past Bhuanga. How many one? 2, right? 2 past Bhuanga arise in this sphere. And then vibrating. And then rest, Bhuanga, and Manodaravijana, and Javana 7 10, and the Dharamana. After second the Dharamana, how many Bhuanga? 3 Bhuanga, right? And it's complete 17. We still have 3 Bhuanga. And then this thought process finish. And then subside into Bhuanga. For Vibhuta 3, the increase Adida Bhuanga under 3, right? 3 times, past Bhuanga 3 times. And look at the last one. How many Bhuanga? 2 Bhuanga, right? 2 Bhuanga. For Vibhuddha 4, we have 4 past Bhavanga. The last thought process, how many Bhavanga? Only 1. Right, the 7th thought process. And for Vibhuddha 5, Atita Bhavanga, past Bhavanga 5, and the 17th is the second Dadaramana. Right, second Dadaramana, just the 17th thought process finished. And then subside into Bhavanga. So for the clear object, for a mind or thought process, we have 5 types of thought processes, as you see. Right, depend on the object. So now go to obscure object. It's not clear, right? Not clear object. Even the mind or something is not clear object. It's not clear object. It means maybe it's long time ago. You don't remember that. At the person, you think about the person. That the person face. I mean, it's not clear in your mind because obscure object. If obscure object here, Atita Bhavanga, past Bhavanga, how many one? 6, now 6 past Bhavanga, and then Bhavanga Charana, vibrating Bhavanga, and Arrest Bhavanga, Manodara Vijana, and then Javana 7 terms. 16, right? So, as I told you, the Dharamana, if the Dharamana arises here, just only 1 term. But the Dharamana cannot arise the 1 term. Should be 2 terms. It's not 2 terms. Don't have terms to arise 2 terms. Just not arise. Just Bhavanga come here. Bhavanga arise. So this is the one thing, right? One type of this obscure object thought process. The 6 past Bhavanga until this is the first Bhavanga. 17 thought moments complete and finished. For Avibhuddha 2, here past Bhavanga, how many one? 7, yes, 7, and vibrating, rest, Bhavanga, Manodara Vijana, Javana 7, it's complete 17 already, and subside into Bhavanga. So, Vibhuddha 7, right? And look at the bottom. Present Rupa object here. Present object whose lifespan is 17 thought moments, material properties other than 2 intimation and 4 characteristics. It means we don't study it. At chapter 6, we will study about Rupa, matter, material property. We have 28 kind of material properties. In chapter 6, we will study about that. Among 28 kind of material properties, there's for their lifespan, the 17. And if 7 is mean because the object has last 17, the thought moment, right? Thought moment. But here, 2 intimation. For 2 intimation is not last 7 thought moment. Please note that. For the 2 intimation is mean bodily intimation and vocal intimation, right? Bodily intimation and vocal intimation. Bodily intimation is mean communicate one's ideas to another, right? And understanding another's intention. Like, I want you to come here, I don't use my word, I just use bodily intimation. Like that. This means you understand what mean, right? What I mean. This means communicates one's ideas to another. When you call you know right away. Bodily intimation. Now, vocal intimation. So, vocal use this word. And you understand what I'm talking about. Because just intimation, this body intimation and vocal intimation is the occur because of mind. I want you to come here and I call you like this. And when you understand something, I say something because your mind. This mind, because this depends on the mind, their lifespan is not 17. It's only one thought moment. Right? Just one thought moment, not 7 thought moment. For this the 2 intimation. And for 4 characteristics. There's the material property. They have 4 kind of just characteristic. Please note that. 4. What is the 4? One is the production. Production. Second is the continuity. Continuity. Third is the decay. Decay. Fourth, impermanence. This is the characteristic of this one, for material property, production, continuity, decay, and impermanence. This is their lifespan. So later on we will talking about that. Now I just would like you to know, excluding this 6 kind of material property, the remaining, how many remain? Altogether 28. 28 is just 22. For the 22 kind of this material property, is their lifespan is 17 thought moments. So here, for the material property, rupa, right? Yeah, rupa. This rupa. For the 22 kind of material property, their lifespan is 17, right? 17. For 17 thought moment. Just one thought moment, they have minor instant, 3 minor instant, right? You're right. Know that, right? The minor instant 3, the genesis, right? Development and dissolution. We already know that, right? 3. How many one? 51, right? 51 minor instants. So for this production is the first arising is production. Here just one, what do you call it? One genesis. One genesis. And the last one here, cessation, right? Or dissolution. This is the one cessation. So this the static or development should be this one is 1, 2, this remain 49. This 49, this 1 plus 49, this 1. So that's why production. Sure, this is the material property. The production, lifespan only 1 genesis. For the 4th, impermanence, dissolution only 1 cessation. For the static of this rupa, last for a minor instance 49. It's very detailed. Your presence is the minor instant. Because you come late today, you don't know that. We already know that. Remember that, right? So now we already know the lifespan of this 28 kind of material property compared with this thought moment. So mind or thought process. So two kind of mind or thought process. One is the clear object and obscure object. Obscure object. So try to remember just not only all, for 5 sense thought process, try only one is enough. 7 thought moments is only one. And then you will understand what's the very great 17, right? Great and slight, very slight. For the mind or thought process, just only 2, clear and obscure. And then you understand all, So when we discuss about that, so for example, we take example, What kind of example we have to take here? Mostly just the jhana, just 7 term, right? 7 term or 6 term? Mostly 7 term. 7 term. We have later on we will discuss that only some 1 term, some 2 term, some 3 term, some 4 term, 5 term, 6 term, 7 term. This thought process different, depend on person, depend on the object. Depend on object. So now all of you come to study the Buddhist philosophy, and you listen to me, right? And when you listen to me, what kind of thought process arises? Either thought process arises. First, maybe you think something else. When I say something, and then atita bhavanga arises, bhavanga, and then vibrating bhavanga, and then aras bhavanga, and then pancha dvara ujana, right? Pancha apprehending consciousness arise, and then sota vijnana, ear consciousness arises, right? And then after you hear that, receiving consciousness sampadichana arises, and then sandirana, investigating consciousness, and then Abhidhamma, you make decision, right? Abhidhamma is what it means. What's something like that? You make determination, and then jhana. Is your jhana? What kind of jhana? Yes, we listen. We're talking. It's not sensual object, right? Just we're talking about the Dhamma, right? The Dhamma should hold some consciousness. Now, wholesome consciousness, right? This wholesome consciousness. I never heard this kind of thing before. This is first time for me. And then you understand that. When you understand like this, you feel happy, right? You're happy. When you feel happy, beautiful consciousness they are accompanied by somanasa. Right, so you feel happy about it. Maybe you just think something else you're not really happy about it so much. Maybe upekha. When you understand the meaning, what he's talking about, this is right, this makes sense, this is good. And then, with knowledge, right, with knowledge. And I don't have to explain to you many terms in detail, you know right away. Asankharika, unprompted. Maybe I'll explain many times. Yes, just right, later. Just maybe prompted. Right? So what kind of consciousness you know by yourself? When you're studying right now, what kind of consciousness? Maybe Somanasa Sahagata, accompanied by pleasurable feeling, jnana sambayutta, with knowledge, asangarika, unprompted. Or maybe prompted. Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about. I don't understand it. Jnana vipayutta, without knowledge. Are you still happy about that? Right? Maybe ubekha, you hear many times the word I say, you already know that before lecture. So, I already know. We're not happy about that so much. Ubekha. But you know, understand it, the meaning, jnana sambayutta, with knowledge. You see, one of 8 kind of this unwholesome consciousness arise many times. Many times. So when you pay respect to the Buddha, so you come and you pay respect to the Buddha, so at that moment also, you see the Buddha statue, idle thought process will arise, right? Patita bhavanga. First, you think about your business, about your family, and you come here, you change the object. Object is the Buddha says appear, or the monk, so the appears to your idol, and then past bhavanga, vibrating bhavanga, rest bhavanga, and pancharavijana, apprehending. And then Jaguvayana, you see there, Jaguvayana, eye consciousness, and Samrichana, receiving consciousness, Sandirana, investigating consciousness, and what happened, our have to pay respect to the Buddha, is our great teacher. And then pay respect to, at that moment, your jhana, wholesome consciousness. See, when you pay respect to the Buddha, at that moment, wholesome consciousness. When you feel happy about that, somanasa, you feel not happy so much about indifferent, ubekha. Maybe you just, I see someone and I do like them, just follow them without understanding. Jnana vipayutta, without knowledge, this is our great teacher. You have to pay respect to, and you understand clearly about what you are doing. Jnana sambayutta, right? With knowledge. If no one forces you to do that, you just go and pay respect to unprompted. You see, or you have to pay respect to someone force you, induce you, and then you do that sasankarika, prompted. Understand, right? So, when you do any generosity, when you observe your precept, and when you sit meditation, when you do chanting also, same. Maybe it's the object, 5 sense object, maybe mind or object, right? If the 5 sense object is 5 sense or thought process will arise. If the mind object is the mind or thought process will arise. It depends on your thought, beautiful thought or ugly thought, depends on wise attention, unwise attention, your jhana will change. Maybe unwholesome, maybe wholesome. That's very interesting. And also for meditator, you understand that here. The Buddha said, all conditioned things is impermanent. Right? Impermanent. Right here. How impermanent here? Atita bhavanga arises, ceases. And then subsequently, bhavanga, charana, vibrating bhavanga arises and perishes. And then another resting bhavanga arises and perishes. And then apprehending. Just after one thought moment arises and perishes, another one just follow. Right? So for our life, we have long life. It really is no long life, just a one thought moment. Right? We are living with one thought moment. It's not continuous to the whole. This one thought moment arises and disappears, another one occurs. So we live with the one thought moment only. This Buddha said. Even the material property, rupa, matter also, see? Just genesis, static, and cessation. just come and disappear. Our mind also come and disappear. This impermanent. That's why we call impermanent, anicca, anicca. So we should know that. When we study, we know about this one. When we practice meditation, we know that our mind, come and disappear, many times, billions of times for 1 second, arise and disappear. Same way our body sensation, vibration, just many times. Because anicca, this is the realities. The Buddha's are realities. When you practice meditation to understand 3 characteristics, right? Impermanency, sorrowfulness, and uncontrollable. So to understand that, so we practice meditation. And when we understand just the teaching, just the Buddhist philosophy, it supports your meditation. Very clear, very clear. You see, your thought process, just 1 second. How many thought processes arise and disappear, billions of thought moments. And we call dukkha, suffering. We study about 3 kinds of suffering, right? 3 kinds of suffering. This suffering, not that we suffer unhappy, it's not mean like that only, suffering. It is everything just after just not last long. And that is despair. This we call suffering too. This mind not last long, just once arise in despair. We call suffering too. Viprinama, dukkha, right? It's changing all the time. Changing all the time. Just from here, happiness, maybe change into sorrowfulness. Something like that. It should not last long all the time. So, mind and matter is changing all the time, this impermanent and sorrowfulness. We can control this mind, we can control it to last long. According to their nature, just arise and disappear. But arise, they do their function, right? They do their function. So we know that here, they do their function as disappear. This bhavanga have their function as bhavanga function. Panchadhara do its function here, apprehending function. See that, right? Apprehending function. For the Chakku Vijnana, what is function here? Seeing function, right? Seeing function. About Sambricana, receiving consciousness, is function, is the receiving. Receiving is his function, right? For Sandirana, investigating is the function. For the Vattabana, determining is the function. For the Javana, just fully experience the object, Javana function. And for the Dharamana, registering, right? So they have their function. Just one thought moment. So we know about their function, about their vedana, their feeling also. See that, their feeling. Here, Panchadhara Vijnana, what is feeling? What's feeling? What's feeling here? Ubekha, right? Ubekha, don't forget it, consciousness. Ubekha, right? Ubekha. How about the Sambrichana? Ubekha. Sandirana here, ubekha, right? Ubekha. If the very desirable object is somanasa, right? Vattabana here, ubekha. How about the javana? Maybe ubekha, maybe somanasa, maybe domanasa, right? Vedana for the feeling, right? Maybe somanasa, maybe ubekha, maybe domanasa, javana for the javana, right? Or different feeling. For the Dharamana here, 3, Sandirana and greater substance, right? Maybe Ubekha, maybe Somanasa. So we know.
You can have different vagueness and jhanas, you can for the object.
Yes, for the
I'm seeing something that
Yes, they depend on the beautiful thought or bad thought, wise tension or unwise tension. Yeah.
Is that where you make the decision about the internal experience of the object? Is it both of them? You know, like where you can stop the crazy negative cloud or unwholesomeness?
Yes, yeah. Right. Yeah. Depend on your decision, Or even it's a good thing, you can, it's not as the from desirable object, you can consider as the undesirable object. Depend on your thought, your vatapana, your decision, determination. Yeah. And then javana, will follow. So for today, I think the enough, right? So next week is very important for apana javana. When we get enlightenment, when we gain jhana, when we start, and pla attainment, something like that. How thought process will occur. So if you have any question about this thought process, just write it down. Next week we discuss about that. Make it clear understanding about thought process. Just except we fall asleep, we have thought process all the time. Maybe 5 cent or thought process, maybe minor thought process. So when you think about something, you see something, hear something, or maybe you think about something, what kind of thought process will arise? You have doubt about that, so we discuss about that, what kind of, what is wholesome or unwholesome, this stuff, what kind of feeling. So when we study about chapter 3, we talking about the root, this feeling, the door, the object, the function, the basis, so we can look at here too. What kind of, just one thought process here, what kind of root. So can look at here, one kind of root here. Panchadara Vijana, what kind of root? No root. Yeah, you know that no root. Yeah. So what kind of vedana, feeling? Ubekha, yeah, neutral feeling, right? What kind of function? Apprehending function, right? We ought to study. What is the door? Yes, here's the idol. It's a 5 cent door. Yeah, for idol consciousness, we have idol, and also in other door too. We have 5 cent door. We have 5 cent door. And how about the object? Huh? No, we already studied about that. We already studied about that. Yes, karma object. Just look at the object. We already studied about chapter 3. What's the basis? Depend on what basis? No? What basis? Pancha dvara vajana. Pancha. 5% basis, right? Depend on eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue, body base. It's not mind based. Something like that, So you should know, everyone here, when you point this one, what's the root, what's the feeling, what's the door, what's the object, what's function, what's the basis. So review. Yes, all 6 bases, but pancha dvara vajana, only 5. Pancha dvara vajana. You see, its name is Pancha dvara vajana, 5 door adverting consciousness. On 5 door. Cannot see. Or we have 6 door, right? Some only mind door, some 5 door, some only 1 door, some we have 6 door, sometimes, almost always. We already studied about that, right? But the Chaku Vijnana here. Eye consciousness, how many doors? Only one eye door, only, you see? We already studied about that.
The basis where the
No, not base. It's the root.
Root.
Yeah, you confuse base and root. Root.
Can a person have memory of something if they don't have Tadarana? If you don't have that happen, can you still have memory of something if that doesn't happen?
Yeah, you can have that. Okay, let's stop here. I'll see you next week.